Hi, this is Wishop, and this is your first quarter 2019 Geomancy. So this is the January reading, and I'll do a February and March. I'm doing this with a traditional Geomancy shield spread, but the way I'm going to do it is slightly different. This is the mother line, the daughters, and the nieces. In this case, this is going to be January, this is going to be February, this is going to be March. And then in a shield spread, you end up with two witnesses and a judge. So I'm using this witness card as an outcome card for January. This will be an outcome card for February, and this will be an outcome card for March. So that's how I'm going to kind of do it. I have already flipped my little dimes so that I could get the cards. So we're ready to talk about it. So the way Geomancy works is we have these glyphs. I will try to remember to put a link to my Geomancy playlist in the description box. So if you want to know more about how Geomancy works or how to do it yourself, what all the glyphs are, that kind of stuff, it'll all be in there. So what we have first, if we read this line, head, heart, belly, feet, and these would tend to be the cardinal houses. So 1st, 4th, 7th, 10th. We have Cauda Draconis, the tail of the dragon. We have Puella, or girl. We have Albus, the white. We have Albus, the white again. So what it looks like is coming out of last year, you were coming out of a messy situation. This can be seen as sort of an executioner card sometimes. It's the end of something, but it's kind of a messy end. It's not a sweet little wrap up. It's something that is ending with some difficulty or some drama. And what's nice is then we go into 3 cards, which are not only more positive leaning, because the way I've assigned, Geomancy is not really done with playing cards. It's an odd, even, or kind of a binary divination system. You can throw sticks or shells or, a lot of traditional methods like that. I have made up these cards so that I can use them in readings. So that's in the playlist too. But the way I've made these cards, red glyphs are more positive, and the black are more challenging. Spades, most challenging of all. And the even numbers will be stable energies, and the odd numbers will be moving energies. So even though this Cauda Draconis is kind of a yucky energy, it is the south node of the moon. It's K2, it's moving, and it's sort of moving out of the area. And what's coming in is a glyph that also corresponds with Libra, and then Gemini, and then Gemini. And so there's this real sense with these positive and stable cards that you're trying to chill everything out after a difficult end of the year last year. And you're taking a very deep, calm breath to kind of really put pieces in place in a very measured way. Albus is a slow-moving energy, but a very noble one. It's also an energy of cold. So you could be looking at a situation where things get very cold. Your feet get cold. So the idea of getting cold feet around something, which would also mean that you'd be moving more slowly on it. You're moving. And you're moving in a direction that tends to be ideal or idealistic, but you're moving carefully. Puella is a great card, or a great glyph rather, for research. So there's just this idea that in the quiet of winter, having put this mess behind you, you're starting to get into this research mindset that allows you to proceed in a very stepwise manner. And in some of the other readings I've done, so if you watch them all, you're going to feel very conflicted. In some of the other readings I've done, there have been things that people jump into or things where people don't make a plan at all. This particular January reading is about a very careful, well thought out, well projected plan. So this is very much putting the pieces in place one by one. And I get the feeling of enjoyment, that there's enjoyment in this process, that as something is being maybe returned to normal, maybe things were kind of chaotic because of this, as things are being returned to a more normal, more even keel, definitely, Puella and Albus together signify kind of an even keel. You're actually really enjoying this process of just bringing things into something that feels more sane, more calm, more serene. I want to say serene, like there's really a search for a very peaceful kind of serenity here in this particular reading for January. And the outcome card, what we would call like the witness or the mother of the judge, is Acquisitio, which is a wonderful card. It's the card for gain. See this shape? These are like golden bowls. And so it's ruled by Jupiter, Sagittarius, so it's a lucky card. It's a card of gain. So it looks like as you're putting things together, so maybe this could be an issue with your budget, for example, where you're really putting some sanity into your budget and you're really making things make sense for you. And you feel a tremendous sense of calm and emotional security around it. Like it feels really good. You're not worried. You're not panicked. And the result is that you're really gaining from this. You really feel like you have what you need and that you even have maybe a surplus of what you need. So gain is, as I said, it's a card of great luck. It's a card of surplus. It's a great material card. So it looks like whatever sanity you're introducing into what was sort of a chaotic end of the year, and whatever very calm, measured, well thought out, well researched steps you're taking in a very gradual fashion, just building on each other, is absolutely making progress for you. So the next readings will move into January and February. February and March. But thanks for stopping in. Hope you found it interesting and maybe even useful. And rock on with your bad selves.